I've got a brand new style from Nell's Wig, and I have it in 2 colors to share with you. Before I get started, for those of you that are not familiar with Nell's Wigs, I'm going to tell you a little bit about Nell's Wigs, and if you are familiar with Nell's, then go on over and jump over this introduction. I'll leave the timestamp right here of where I begin the review on Davis 01 and Davis 02. If you are not familiar with Nell's Wigs, unlike other retailers where they have name brands like Beltras and John Renault and Aesthetica and all of those brands, with Nell's, these are exclusive to Nelly. She designs them, she has them made, and she inspects them, she decides on the colors, and these are the wigs that we find on her website. Nelly specializes in 2 types of wigs, the monofilament, which are the ones very similar to what we're used to, a full monofilament top, lace front, ear tabs, extended nape, Velcro adjusters, the weft cap. And then she also had, the monofilaments run right around $135, right around there, maybe a couple of dollars more or less. And then she also has the free parts. These are the ones that I have today, and these run around $85. I'm going to show you what these free parts look like so you are aware, especially if you are not familiar with these types of wigs, because they don't have the ear tabs and we have to work with them a little bit more. I choose to purchase them and show them and wear them because for $85, I think that they are totally worth it, and I don't mind spending a little bit of time working with them. But I am going to give you all the details. I'm just not, I'm not going to sit here and say that they're the end all be all. I will show you what I have to do with them. Nelly also has a private Facebook group where there are over 11,000 members. So you can see the members showing the only wigs that are shown on Nelly's private Facebook group are by the members and only Nelly's wigs. So you don't need to go by what I'm saying. You can see their experience, see their pictures, see their reviews, and these are just everyday ladies that wear Nelly's wig. It's not a bunch of reviewers on there. Nelly also offers customization. So if you need a sizing adjustment, going from something that's a little bit larger to something a little bit smaller, if you want to add some layers, if you want to cut the length, if you want to have the lace trimmed, Nelly will do that for you. And honestly, the pricing is minimal. I can't remember all the pricing, but it's all on her website, which I will leave link down below for you, as well as a link to her private Facebook group. That I love about Nelly, not only is it a small woman-owned company, but she offers excellent customer service. If you need to have a one-on-one video with her because you want to talk about maybe what you need or what can be done to a wig that you like, you can have a consultation with Nelly. She also has lives on her Facebook group also, where she shows when there are new styles coming. And I've reviewed quite a few wigs that I've purchased from Nelly, and I love them. I wash them, I wear them, and now I've got one more style to show you in 2 colors. All right, Davis. This is Davis 02. This is a dusty brunette with some blonde highlights. All of Nell's wigs have heat-friendly fibers. They're called Futura fibers. These fibers are very light, they're very wispy, and they are extremely soft. Her wigs do not have permatease. They are on the lower end of average on the density. So you have very, very light pieces. Let me show you Davis 2 on all sides. Davis is available in a small, medium, and small, average, and large. I purchased the small because the circumference is 21.5 to 22 inches on the small. However, I should have purchased the average because the ear to ear is about 12 inches and I have a 12 and a half. So it is a bit high on me, on the ear tab. Now, for me, it's not a problem because I don't wear my hair up, but I wanted to point it out in case you have a 21 and a half. You may want to take into consideration your ear to ear and your front to back. All the measurements are on Nellie's website. So I'm going to show you when I try on Davis 01. I'm going to show you how I get this to what I do to make these free parts work. The free part, which has a let's see, it has a 4-inch deep lace and it goes from side to side where the ear tabs would be. So it would be like an extended lace front. I think it would be considered like 4.5 by 12. I'm not real familiar with those measurements because I'm so used to the brands that are available on other retailers. So to me, this is a lace that we have that we can part it in any direction that we want and still have the illusion of scalp. I have a medium tan skin tone. Therefore, this lace next to my skin tone is quite light. I'm going to work with it because for an $85 wig, I think it's perfect, especially since I love the wig. I love these waves on it. I love the density on it. I love that it doesn't have any permatease on it. And it's very affordable. So I'm going to work with it. And what I'll do is I'll add a little bit of eyeshadow and I will add a little bit of foundation just to try to blend it in with my skin tone. If you do not like to do any of those things, then a free part may not be for you, or Davis 02 may not be for you. What I use with these types of wigs, and when I try on Davis 01, I'm going to show you exactly how I do it. I use the ebon, and this will melt the lace, so you can't see that lace, if you will. This is Davis 01 that I have here. So you see it's all one piece. And it's extended. I did ask Nellie to trim the lace for me, and she doesn't charge to cut the lace. But as you can see, there are no ear tabs, but we do have a comb in order to secure the wig. And if you do not have any hair, my suggestion is to use a wig grip and anchor the wig with the wig grip. We also have a comb at the nape, and we have hook type adjusters. As far as the cap is concerned, these are sewn wefted cap, sewn wefts covered with a very soft material. So if you have any sensitivity, the wefts are covered. While I love this style, absolutely love it, I love this color, I have to be honest with you, I don't want to come across as this is the end-all be-all, because that's not the case. If you are used to wigs such as from Belle Tress or John Renault, that you just take them out of the box, you put them on your head, and out the door you go, but you're paying $300 or more for them, or whatever price they may be, here I'm talking about an $85 wig. Therefore, we might need to make a few adjustments. So I just want to be really, really clear with that, because I don't want anyone to think that they're getting an $85 wig and the cap and the lace front and all is going to be like a $300 or a $400 wig, because that's not, I'd be lying to you, and I'm not going to do that. To me, they're totally worth it because I love the style. I love the style. I love these curls. So, and for such an affordable piece, I figured, okay, I can work with this. Let me show you how I work with it. After I recorded the video, I was going to step out for a little bit, and I put on Davis 02 back on, and I added some of the ebon lace melt. I wanted to show you how much better it looks once I add the lace melt to the front, to the lace. Yes, it's still there. The band is still there with the lighter fibers, but I wanted to show you how nice it looks now with the lace melt. You can't see the lace even on my medium tan skin tone. Okay, now back to the rest of the video. I take my ebon. This is the 01, Davis 01. I just take my ebon lace melt and I put right around my forehead. And to the side, and I let it dry for a bit. Hey, this is what works for me, okay? What can I tell you? Then I just take the wig and I press it down. Now, I mentioned that I purchased them in a size small, so I have a lot of my hair showing, so what I'll do is I'll add some root powder, the same color as the root of the wig, in order to match it up. I think that because the highlights on Davis 02 are a bit cooler, that's why that, and the blonde on it is a little bit cooler, that's why it appears more noticeable than perhaps this one. But I think it is just a beautiful style. And I'll show you lace front. It still hasn't adhered too much because I didn't wait very long, but I wanted you to get the idea. I think that if you want a budget-friendly wig that's under $100, you want soft, wispy fibers, you don't want any permatease, you want low density, and you don't mind maybe adding a little bit of adhesive and maybe adding some root powder if you need it. If you get your right size, you probably won't need any root powder, as I do. Then I think it's a great deal. I mean, really can't go. I don't think you can go wrong with it. But that's just my opinion. The only thing I would have liked was a little bit more of the darker fibers blended in with the blonde, in order for it not to appear like a band. But again, I can work with it just by adding a little bit of eyeshadow, or some foundation, and then it'll be fine. Let me know what you think. Do you have any of these? Are you familiar with Nellie's wig? I would love to hear from you. I hope everyone is having a fantastic day, and I will see you next time. Bye.